exactly what they have to do, because they're very experienced and clever Test players.
This is Dan Carter's 5th kick of the second half. It's been all New Zealand, and you really have to admire their response to their first half performance.
Well, Dan Carter has kicked well, as anyone who knows his game knows he's capable of. He's actually done very little else because he hasn't had to, certainly in the second half. He's just been a distributor with men running outside at all angles.
Andy Powell takes his exit. David Jones comes on for Wales. Oof, that landed fortuitously for New Zealand. James Hook. Even Brad Thorne bounces off James Hook. Shane Williams cuts inside McCaw. McCaw just got a hand to him. Here's Alan Wynne-Jones. Now then, they must take this to ground.
On your feet! Not anymore, no more hands!
Turnover ball, looks like it for New Zealand.
There's a ball, leave it now, Red!
Yeah.
Red! Leave it!
Story of this second half. Wales just haven't been able to hang on to what little possession has come their way. Manonu is held up there.
That's fine.
Sivivatu against Adam Jones in a little wrestling contest. It's come out the New Zealand side. Very scrappy down there. All sorts going on around the ball.
Just for the knock-on.
Advantage for New Zealand for a knock-on. Wipu to Carter, and again
Advantage over!
Carter finds space. Lee Byrne. They opt for the kick, and here is the central figure of the New Zealand back three, Mills Muliaina. That might be straight out. For the first time almost in this second half, New Zealand make a mistake without any pressure being applied.
Well, finally, at the dying stages of this match, Wales have got an opportunity to, well, to save face in a way that they're a bit harsh to say that in a sense, because it was a tremendous effort in the first half, but they really have been blitzed in the second. They've been nowhere near.
Alan Wynne-Jones, one-handed, backhanded, gets it to Dwayne Peel. Jamie Roberts runs into McCaw and So'oialo. James Hook. Ooh.
Stay up, stay up.
Runs into Kevin Mialamu. And Mialamu back up. You can hear the sound of Kevin Mialamu making his tackles. Jerome Kaino too. Dwayne Peel. Hook. Behind Byrne. Had to check his run.
No hand now with your feet. On your feet, that's fine. He's okay. Leave it now, Black. Leave it now, Black. Let it come.
Slow ball for Wales. Hook. Oh, Shane Williams did brilliantly well to get the ball to Jamie Roberts. Shane Williams there under intense pressure.
We have a more.
Well, we're seeing now just what Wales might have done had they chosen to adopt a policy of not kicking a lot.
New Zealand slow the ball up there. Jonathan Kaplan lets them get away with it. Wales, this is the only time in the second half they've put their phases together, and every ruck has been slow. Hook, oh, that's a knock-on. Right, Brian, it appears New Zealand are going to win. Your man of the match.
Get the man for blood.
Well, my Invesco perpetual man of the match. This is very cliched and hackneyed, but I've watched him in detail for the last 20 minutes, and Indeed, you didn't have to watch him in detail for the rest of the game because he was just always there. The amount of work that man has done, both positively and negatively in the right sense of the word, has been absolutely phenomenal. Yes, it has been easy because they've been going forward, but in every facet of the game he has been effective. Just tremendous.
John Yapp comes on for Gethin Jenkins. It's a blood replacement, but I'd be surprised if Gethin Jenkins comes back. The game is done. Yapp may as well enjoy it, if that's the right word, for the remaining seconds.
What is the real shame here is that the tension, the excitement of the first half has just simply never had a possibility of being replicated.
Maybe there is a flash of excitement at the end. Rocco Thocco, great pass. Rocco Thocco to Carter, who knocks it on. Tom Shanklin regathers, can't do anything. There's a swarm of black shirts around him. Oh, they've got the game won, but look at the hunger for the tackle.
Well, Tom Shanklin, he should have just put the ball down straight away instead of trying to dance with 6 of them. You do have to credit the tenacity of the Welsh defence to get back there and not give up. But really, you also have to say that the All Blacks, I think, have been in second gear. They've made mistakes they wouldn't normally make, but they've not had to do anything the second half because they've been presented with the game. That's the most disappointing thing. That it has not been a contest in the second half.
Crouch.
Well,
Square, please.
You think Wales have contributed? I think New Zealand took this game by the scruff of its neck.
Out. Play on.
Scrummage. Oh dear Wales. I mean, they have to do this, but it could lead to trouble. Lee Byrne. That's a very good pass off the deck by Lee Byrne. Jamie Roberts. Dwayne Peel. Ooh.
Play on. Stay on.
Shane Williams, is there a tie? He sees Brad Thorne in front of him. Surely I can beat a second row, he says. But he can't beat 4 All Blacks, Shane.
He's going to get penalised here.
We're into overtime. Soialo, Mills Muliaina.
No hands!
New Zealand trying to finish this game with a little flourish. Tony Woodcock denied earlier in this half.
Hold it. On me.
Can't make it again. Piri Wipu, Sivivatu, Richard Kahui.
Killing the ball.
Penalty against Wales for killing the ball. New Zealand presumably will take it quickly on the wide outside.
Okay,
Those are the coaches. Sivivatu, if he looks up, there's a player right out wide, but actually Lee Halfpenny has it covered.
No hand, roll away. No hand.
New Zealand so close. They want the final try. Jerome Kaino scores it for New Zealand, and that's it. Wales haven't scored in the second half. New Zealand have done more than enough. They got back into the game and then they have ripped clear. It has been not a stunning performance, but a ruthless performance by the All Blacks in this second half.
Well, I do disagree slightly in the choice of the word ruthless, because they've been given the way to play and they've done what they needed to.